All right. We are back here in 2026. My name is Benny Ferguson. This is a consciousness ascending presentation. Uh, this is episode 90 of Accelerating Your Journey. Decisions made vibrationally are closer to source. First of all, I want to say thank you for those of you who are participating and will participate in this presentation live. We thank you for your support in the creation of this interaction. We want to say thank you for those of you who intended to be here live, who are supporting us as well. We're thankful for those of you who have found this recording and allowed us to be of support in that manner. We love you very much, tremendously. If you find value, if you're new and you find value in these interactions, be sure to subscribe so that you're alerted whenever we go live again, whenever we upload any new content, any new material for your benefit and from our love. Check the description also for ways that you can connect with us deeper. Most importantly, our private community. Our private community is one of the most fantastic, one of the most amazing opportunities that is out there, where you can benefit tremendously, where you can begin to develop and grow your ability to navigate daily from the highest perspective, where you can begin to consistently expand your awareness and also begin to uncover the many faces of fear as a result of your programming that are constricting your ability to live life from the truth of you and source. This is the most important thing. Your ability to live from the highest perspective daily. And that's why we developed this private community. It's not a course, it's not a training program. It is an opportunity for you to engage and begin to build the muscle of living in the midst of all the data that is constantly flooding your senses, saying that life is a certain way, when life is actually the way you choose it to be, when life is actually the way you are expressing it. But you don't know that. You're not aware of that as long as your senses are taking in data that says life is a specific way and it's in a specific feeling. It's time for you to begin directing. It's time for you to begin commanding and being the master of how you think and how you feel. But you must begin to be more consistent at your expression. You must begin to be more aware of that which you are expressing and that which is not you, that which you have been conditioned to be. And that's the purpose of the Ascension Accelerator. Again, we're excited for each of you. We're thankful that you're here. Let's get started. Decisions made vibrationally are closer to source. Conscious creators, aspiring conscious creators. It is imperative that you know that first and foremost, you are frequency, you are vibration. You are not this physical body. You are not the mind that is housed within this body and the one mind that is housed within the mind of humanity. You are none of that. For they are manifestations of consciousness. They are manifestation of your specific consciousness, and you exist beyond all of that. And you can begin to perceive life that way. First and foremost, you can begin to perceive yourself that way. And that's the first key. But if we draw ourselves forward into your life experience, understanding in the first position that you are frequency, that you are tone, that you are energy, that means that everything you do is rooted in that position. From the restaurant you go to the partners you choose for relationship, to your interactions in the relationship that you have with family, with friends, how you encounter strangers, your relationship with your children, your success or failure from your perspective in your jobs, your careers, your businesses, is all rooted in vibration, in frequency. in that which you are expressing, in that which you believe to be true for you as your foundation, at your core. Which is why it's imperative that you begin to see and understand who and what you truly are so that you can begin to perceive and live from that space. That's why the title is Making Decisions Vibrationally. It's closer to source. When you look to the frequency of things, to the vibration of things, and you understand vibration. If you're here, you understand vibration. You understand higher frequency, excitement, joy. All of those things that lift your spirits can be seen as higher frequency. Frustration, anger, all of those type things and their associated ideas can be identified as lower vibration. When you look to the vibration of your decisions, first when you look to the vibration of your intention, what do you intend for the experience to look like, no matter what experience we're talking about? Because everything is inside of you, and you are inside of frequency. You are frequency. So everything that you do, everything that you intend is first rooted in energy. What's your intention for this specific experience? If you're leaving this weekend, if you're going this weekend to a family event, what is your intention for the experience? For you, how does it feel? When you understand, when you identify how it feels, you are identifying the frequency. And when you identify the frequency, now you ask yourself, what are the decisions? What type of language? What type of thoughts are rooted in that frequency, in that energy that aligns me with that experience perfectly, that synchronizes me with that experience, that tunes me to that experience, that aligns me with that experience? And that's what you do. When you decide on the intention, when you uncover the feeling and the frequency of that intention, then you must be in alignment with the experience through your feeling. And when you align yourself in feeling and frequency and tone with the experience, the thoughts are there, the language that you will use is there, the perception is there. Everything is there internally that aligns you with that experience. And one of the interesting things about this is that when you align yourself with an experience, you begin to see, first and foremost, is that which is not there. Right? The frustration that you sometimes feel or sometimes are triggered to, that's not in the experience or in the alignment of the experience before you get there. Before you get to the family event and you've identified your intention and you've identified the feeling of that experience, there's no frustration there. Not in the experience in the highest that you can imagine. There's no anger there. There's no discord. There's no conflict. None of that is there. But you have been conditioned to experience that. You've been conditioned to expect it in some ways. Those individuals who you always have a challenge with. Those individuals who always seem to push your buttons. That's conditioning. So the first challenge that you're going to meet when you begin to engage life this way is your conditioning, is your programming. Is that which has been the norm for you. Out of alignment norms. So what happens when you encounter those norms? And they're really pronounced because you have begun establishing yourself in the highest experience that you can imagine. And you have situated yourself in the frequency of that experience. These norms that lie as outsiders, these norms that are not in alignment but that are still a part of you, they become very pronounced. They become very big in your experience because they are not in alignment. And yet you're still offering them as expression even though you have consciously chosen. So what do you do in those moments? In those moments, you can feel and see the triggers being activated on the inside. And you use those moments not to fuss, not to fight with the feeling or the thoughts, but to simply recenter yourself in the intended experience inside of your mind and inside of your body. And when you fully recenter yourself, you will have realigned yourself with that experience, and you will have shifted your focus back to the high frequency event that you are intending and expecting. And you have returned yourself to alignment. And as often as you can do that when you are triggered versus going down the road of programming and conditioning, you are reconditioning yourself. You're not only reconditioning yourself to a high frequency state, but you are conditioning yourself to be more and more alignment with things that feel the way the experience of your design feels. So what does that mean? That means that when you feel good, when you're in a high frequency state, you are in alignment with high frequency experiences, even if you haven't been specific. If you're in a high frequency state, you're going to find high frequency experiences at the store, at the gas station. You're going to find high frequency experiences at your job. You're going to find high frequency experiences in your business. All of the things that you desire in your business that would be of high frequency, the revenue, the customers, the clients, the most efficient and effective operation, the highest performing team, the most excellent culture. All of these things are in high frequency. All of these things feel good at the end of the day. But alignment is not specific to an event. Alignment can be your normal state of being. Alignment with what? Alignment with high frequency, high tone experiences. But it starts with you. It starts with you. First, understanding who and what you are. You are not your body. You are not your mind. You exist beyond. You are a pure, perfect piece and parcel of source energy that is everything that source energy is right now. That thing that creates and supports worlds. That thing that holds all of existence, all of consciousness into position, that thing that sources the expression of all of consciousness and every piece of consciousness, not just on your plane, but on every plane of existence. You are that. And when you begin to live life from that space, you can almost immediately see transformation. You can almost immediately see the shifts that begin to occur because you're more consistently in alignment, because you're now perceiving life from a higher position. And you're now flushing out all of the programming, all of the conditioning of low vibration that you have been used to, and you now know how to engage with that. And it's a beautiful thing. It's a powerful thing. And the more and more you follow, play, and practice on this path, the more you realize your truth in source. The more programming, the more conditioning, the more the faces of fear you unravel inside of yourself and release, the more light from the truth of you and source that's present right now is able to reveal itself. So, if you are here, if you are one who knows that they are on a journey of enlightenment, this is key. This is key. One of the biggest keys, one of the most beautiful keys, is that you begin to perceive yourself from beyond the body and beyond the mind. It changes everything. Once you begin to grasp that perception of you and that perception of your experience, it changes everything. There's no need to wrestle with the mind. There's no need to wrestle with the mind. When you can begin to identify with who and what you really are right now in this present moment. And the more and more you do that, the more you will begin to see in your awareness. The more you will begin to see from that awareness into the mind and into the body all that is separating you from your truth. And that's a powerful place. All right. So, thank you. Again, each of you who have participated in the creation of this experience. For those of you who have found this recording and allowed us to be of support in that manner, we will now take a few moments to open this up for any questions, any comments, any ideas that you were inspired to. If you have those, just place them in the chat again, and we will take a few moments to address those. We love you very, very much. TB Word, excuse me, hello. Emily, hello. Is that love your mom? Hello. Thank you each for being here. Any questions? Any ideas that you were inspired to, that you would like to discuss? All right. If no one has any questions or comments this time around, again, we're thankful for each of you. Thank you for allowing us to be of support. Be sure to check the description again for there are other ways to connect with us, become a part of the community, become a part of our email list so that you're alerted to happenings outside of this platform. We'll be offering workshops monthly outside of this platform that you are be privy to if you are a part of our email community, and also other opportunities that we will offer to be of support to you on this journey of enlightenment as you become more and more aware and more practiced in being a conscious creator, a powerful conscious creator. We love you very much. Be on the lookout for our time, date that we will be live next week. We will be live and we will be putting that up shortly. Thank you again. We love you very much, and we will talk to you soon.